7:14 on this Thursday morning. We are officially 36 hours away from puck drop at Rexall Place. Head coach Derek Laxdal, the Edmonton Oil Kings, congratulations on, I guess, what you could call a statement round one, saying goodbye to Kootenay in 5 games.
Well, you know what? Kootenay plays very hard. Like, that was a team that no one wanted to face in the playoffs, and I thought our guys did a great job. And obviously establishing that first game, winning 9-0, and they came back and won that game too. And to go into Kootenay to win the next 2 games was real strong, and to close out on the Friday was solid.
Coach, I know that you iced a strong team last year. I'm not going to say it was surprising when you marched your way to a WHL championship and then to the Memorial Cup, but this year is the year that a lot of people said, okay, the Oil Kings now have the experience. The Oil Kings now have the veteran players. Is there more pressure on the team this year now that you're defending a championship?
Yeah, there's more pressure, but there's a little bit more of a confidence with our hockey club. If you look at the start of the season, there was a lot of pressure on our kids, and by about December, they really got rolling. Going into that first round of playoffs, they're kind of a little unsure of themselves, but once we got going, they've been playing pretty well.
And, I mean, you have to look to experience as a difference maker in what was a 5-game first-round series for you. Your killer bees, you've got Brandon Baddock, Luke Bertolucci, and, of course, Cole Benson back for you again this year. Did you expect to see 7 points from your 4th line in the first round?
No, we didn't. You know what? They were outstanding, but you have to have that depth in the playoffs, and they give us some incredible energy, not only throughout the season, but in the playoffs, and they're going to be called upon heavily in this next round. And you know what? Those are 3 really good young hockey players, and they're the future of our club.
I suspect you're going to say LB here, but who does Coach Laxdal look to be the difference maker in round 2 coming up against Medicine Hat?
Well, definitely the goaltending is going to play a huge key. Obviously, Lanigan's playing very well for Medicine Hat. Our back end's been very solid. Keegan Lowe's, Griffin Reinhardt, David Musil. And then up front, you've got our top 6 with Michael St. Croix, Henrik Samuelson, Curtis Lazar, Dylan Ruxel. Those guys got to outperform the Hunter Shinkaricks of the world.
You're talking about your top scorers here. You're talking about your captain, your big blue liners. Yep. The reality is, and I know a coach at your level has to be looking at this, this might be your last season with some of these guys. It probably will be your last season with some of these guys. Do you think that that's a topic of discussion among the players in the dressing room? Hey, boys, it's all or nothing?
I think quietly it is, because some of these kids have already signed their National Hockey League contracts, so they'll move on next year and the new crop will come in. But I think they're focused on the playoffs. They want to win another championship and try to get back to the Memorial Cup.
The interesting thing about hosting a Memorial Cup is sometimes, I guess you could argue, there's not as much pressure on a team, and we certainly saw that the Saskatoon Blades swept in round 1 by Medicine Hat, which kind of, the team kind of not squeaked into playoffs, but coming in as the 7th seed. I don't know if people expected to see 4 straight. What are you expecting to see from Medicine Hat? How are you preparing to take on the Tigers?
Well, Medicine Hat's an offensive hockey club. They've got a great power play. They've got great goaltending, and they're a team that just kind of hangs around. And when you let them hang around, they can burn you. So we have to be very careful with them, and the first goal is going to be important every game.
Okay, so Friday night, 7 p.m., Sunday at 4, and then you're on the road midweek, Tuesday and Wednesday. Goes without saying, Friday night, we want to see 15, 16, 17,000 people at Rexall Place.
You know what? The fans have been outstanding all year. If we can get 15 in there, that'd be awesome.
Can fans really make a difference, Coach? I mean, do players, do coaches, I mean, does a hockey organization actually feel the fan support?
Well, you know what? I can feel it as a coach, and if I can feel it, the players can feel it. And those young kids really feed off it. All
right. Well, hey, we're excited. Whatever the Oilers do, we know that playoff hockey certainly is alive and well here in Edmonton, and the support is there rightfully. So we want to thank you for joining us, and we want to thank the Edmonton Oil Kings for providing 4 tickets. We want to send a family to Game 1. This is Friday at 7 o'clock. If you want to qualify, all you have to do, go to our Breakfast Television Edmonton Facebook page, scroll on down to the Edmonton Oil Kings photo there, and let us know who you're expecting to be the difference maker against the Tigers. Coach, best of luck in round 2.
Yeah,
we have high hopes for the team, rightfully so. We'll be back with more BT after this. It's 7:18 Thursday morning.
Well, as you can see, I'm in the very snazzy Quartermain living room getting ready for my close-up. Can you believe that I finally got a cameo on General Hospital? And it only took 50 years. That's right, everyone's favorite soap has been working us into a lather for half a century. And today on the show, we're celebrating the big anniversary in style. We've got Luke and Laura, Jack Wagner, Rick Springfield, and the hunky doctors of daytime. We couldn't forget about them. And if you've got General Hospital fever, we've got a cure. So tune in. We hope to see you then.